Hello, my name's James Bond, and I'm a mentor in the Journeymen of San Diego. My background, so I'm an 8-year Army veteran. I've spent about 10 years, a little more than 10 years in higher education, specializing in opening veteran centers. I have a couples course that I developed with my wife. I'm married. We don't have any kids. We have two cats. I've got a couple of hobbies. I have 5 CDs out, four with the group Mirrors of the Mind, and then one under my stage name Bonafide. I love video editing and that kind of stuff. Yeah. What motivated me to get involved with men transitioning out of foster care? It really started with a job I had. I was over scholarships at a university, and it was like the first time I was over scholarships. So I wanted to get to know some of the students and stuff. I volunteered to be a mentor in a scholarship that we awarded to foster youth, and it's that mentee was just awesome. I saw a friend of mine post about this opportunity with the Junior League of San Diego, and that's how it all started. So, a short story of someone that was instrumental in my development. I'm gonna go with my wife on that one. I Before I met my wife, I was pretty content. Like I had a really good job. I loved the people I worked with. I had finished my education. I just felt like things were good. I was content. But once I met my wife and we got married, and it kind of opened up my desire for things more, wanting to do things differently, wanting to be able to go see more stuff. Just it kind of just awakened some ambition in me, I guess. And so, yeah, she was a huge part of that. And I do think there's something about loving somebody and being loved. It helps you take care, or it helps me take care of myself. I'll put it that way. It makes things that before weren't really important more important for me. Have I ever been mentored and what that experience was like? I've had several mentors. Um, None of them were really very formal. Like they didn't come from programs necessarily or anything. I've had some supervisors that I just really enjoyed working with and admired certain things about them that I developed a relationship with to ask questions, get support, use the sounding boards. And that's how I'm also very invested in the nonprofit community. I've been on boards of three separate nonprofits. They're all dealing with the military community, and I meet a lot of people there also that are just accomplished in different areas of life that I kind of shoot things off of when I have a question or when I'm struggling with something. So most of my mentoring relationships have just come from people that I was working with in one way or another, whether it was volunteering or actual job, and noticing things about them and just approaching them about support or questions or wanting to get better or develop in that area. What do I feel I uniquely bring to the journeyman? Um, I guess the part about relationships, relationships are super important to me. I've been in higher ed, like I said, a little more than 10 years, and just the relationships I've been able to develop with my students, the relationship I've been able to develop with my colleagues, a lot of the areas of life that I feel like I'm very successful in are really based in relationships. And I think that because when I met my wife, we really focus on our relationship, and if you're in the program, you'll learn about our stories a little more and all. But that's something that me and my wife really worked on. It was something that I noticed in a lot of veterans that I was working with, that either their relationships were really supporting their transition or causing challenges, and I just really feel investing in that primary relationship, whatever your primary intimate relationship is, investing in it, getting better at it, will help you be better in the other relationships in your life. And that those are the kind of things, in my opinion, that improves quality of life, your situation, the things you're exposed to. So yeah, I think I bring a sense of importance behind relationships. And I'm a creative guy. Like I said, I have a couple of CDs out. I love editing video, shooting video, that kind of stuff. So yeah, and I try to make sure we all have fun too. So, how do I define success? For me, success is growth, and it's as long as I'm growing, and whether that growing has to do with gaining more skills or whether it has to deal with relaxing a little bit. Like, growth to me, being able to recognize things that either I desire for my life or I think will make my life better. And when I say things, I'm talking about habits, some material things, but being able to recognize things that I can do that will improve my life, and making a plan and following through on it, that to me is growth, and that's success to me. Has that changed over time? I think probably earlier in my life I may not have defined it that way, but whatever I said was growth at that time was a product of me actually going through those steps of recognizing something that would improve my life, making a plan for it, and obtaining it. So, whether it was going to school and feeling like education for me was growth or success, or whether it was figuring out how to get paid more money for what it is I do and doing that, that for me at one point of my life was growth or success. Now it's really the contributions I've been able to make in the community, to really look at how I'm spending my free time, and ensuring that it aligns with my values and desires. That is really my idea of success right now, or the process that I'm going right now is making sure that enough of my time is spent just enjoying, and with my wife, and taking care of my body and those kind of things, and enough of it is spent contributing to my community and being a part of my community and making the changes that I can within my community. So yeah, I think just that kind of self reflection and application has always been success for me. But I may not have had the word for it at that time.